LPBW fans call out high about Matt Roloff's greed in new farm video. Dear loves, welcome to TLC Drama. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel, Little People, Big World. Fans called out Matt Roloff's greed in a new video advertising the sale of the big house at Roloff Farms. Ike Barinholtz talks the studio and reveals his favorite quote from the Mindy Project. Ike Barinholtz talks the studio and reveals his favorite quote from the Mindy Project. In the clip, the text read, "We told them we got a farm listing. They assumed we meant this," alongside photos of a typical farm. "Holy airball," it added, showing clips of the sprawling Roloff Farms property and details, including 16-plus acres, as seen on TLC, Big Red Barn, Castle Western Town replica. In the clip, the text read, "We told them we got a farm listing. They assumed we meant this," alongside photos of a typical farm. "Holy airball," it added, showing clips of the sprawling Roloff Farms property and details, including 16-plus acres, as seen on TLC, Big Red Barn, Castle Western Town replica. Currently, the house and surrounding acreage are listed for $2.89 million. In the comments, Roloff's followers lamented the sale of this portion of Roloff Farms and the family rift it caused with his adult sons, Zach and Jeremy. One Instagram user wrote, "Breaks my heart. I hope to visit one more time before it's sold to strangers." Another shared, "So sad Matt decided to sell this and build his GF a new home instead of letting his kids have this. You'll be a lonely old man, Matt." Someone else pointed out, "Your greed has cost you your family that helped you build the farm, and for what a one-time profit. Sell to your kids at a reasonable price. Your yearly revenue from the farm has to be almost that, if not more. Work out a payment plan with them or deal." But nope, greed has won. A different fan echoed, "Too bad this isn't being handed down to the children. Must be tough for them to see it go." Meanwhile, yet another Instagram follower commented, "Sometimes when you reflect, it was probably better to just sell to your kid, because in the end, you may have to sell to a stranger for a similar amount of money." Was it worth it? Little People, Big World star Matt Roloff's new farm decision left longtime fans of the show claiming the move was selfish and so sad. Ilona Maher reveals if she'd ever return to Dancing with the Stars as an all-star. Ilona Maher reveals if she'd ever return to Dancing with the Stars as an all-star with charm, scale, and so many layers of potential. "This is more than a property. It's a legacy in the making," Matt captioned the update in part. Currently, the part of Roloff Farms for sale is listed at $2,895,000. In 2023, Matt initially listed the big house and surrounding 16 acres of his Helvetia Ore property, but ultimately pulled the listing and started using the space as a vacation rental. The move came after he and his sons, Zach and Jeremy Roloff, failed to negotiate a price so one or both could potentially purchase the 6,000 square foot house and adjacent land. Some shared support, with one writing, "So fun! Good luck selling it," and another commenting, "Beautiful home. Wishing you all the best as you move on to the next chapter." One declared, "So sad to see it up for sale and that something couldn't have been worked out with the kids." Another echoed, "So sad and selfish selling it instead of giving it to his kids and grandkids. Horrible." A different Instagram follower shared, "I grew up watching you guys, and it is extremely disappointing to see who greedy Matt is being. I'd rather keep this beautiful property within the family than profit off it. The whole family made Little People Big World and helped build this place, not just Matt. Amy should have gotten everything, she would keep it in the family." Meanwhile, someone else pointed out, "Kinda sad created your own Disneyland, and your grandkids won't get to experience it." Yet another agreed, writing, "Sad. Your kids gave up their childhood to work it and work on the show, and you can't even share it with them. Greedy." Recently, Roloff hinted at the end of an era that left fans in their feels. After Little People, Big World was canceled by TLC after 25 seasons. Members of the Roloff family are breathing a sigh of relief, while having mixed feelings over the impact the show has had on their lives since it premiered 18 years ago. The feeling for most of the family is a huge sense of relief that it's over. Matt Roloff was the only one that wanted to come back for another season. Everyone else was done a long time ago, a source exclusively tells In Touch. Over the years, Matt, 63, and ex-wife Amy Roloff's 4 children stopped appearing on the show. The final holdout was son Zach Roloff and his wife, Tori Roloff, who announced in February that they wouldn't be returning to Little People Big World for a 26th season. They're happy to have the show behind them, but they're still dealing with the scars of years on camera. Everyone knows who they are now. Everywhere they go, people recognize them, and it can feel weird, the insider says of the Roloffs. The show brought fame and money, but it also meant that every piece of family drama played out for the world, from Matt and Amy's divorce to the tensions with their kids, the source continues. Matt and Amy, 62, were married for 28 years before finalizing their divorce in 2016. They raised their 4 children, Zach, 34, and his fraternal twin, Jeremy Roloff, daughter Molly Roloff, and son Jacob Roloff on the family's sprawling Oregon farm. When Zach and Jeremy clashed with Matt over buying part of the family farm, that put a huge wedge between them that still doesn't seem even close to being resolved, the insider explains. They're all trying to get back to normal life, but it's not easy. There are still a lot of family rifts and unresolved issues. Jeremy, 34, and his wife, Audrey Roloff, left Little People Big World in 2019. He appeared on 17 seasons of the show. That same year also saw the departures of longtime stars Molly, 31, and Jacob, 27, who went on to lead private lives. Zach and Tori, 33, cited a greater desire for privacy, especially for their young children, when they announced during the February 22nd episode of their Raising Heights podcast that they were leaving LPBW. "We are done. That part in our lives, that chapter has closed," Tori explained while they were still appearing in episodes that were airing on season 25. Zach revealed that the couple had not been formally asked to return for season 26. "I think the chapter has closed regardless of us being asked back or not. We made it pretty clear we're done with that chapter for multiple reasons," he stated. "This last cycle was rough between the family, the farm deal, and we were done with it. We moved on." Tori explained how the couple's oldest child, son Jackson, had already expressed how he was uncomfortable having his life filmed for reality TV. "Our oldest, Jackson, has voiced things he doesn't want to be a part of with filming and the show, and I think that as a parent, we've really taken that to heart. I think that was a huge reason for us stepping away," she told listeners. Matt Roloff is reflecting on 25 seasons of Little People Big World and the future of the show alongside his family members. Sitting down with ET's Cassie DeLaura, the 62-year-old dad of 4 became teary-eyed while talking about the show that changed his family's life forever and documented life's biggest moments for the Roloff clan, including divorces, marriages, and new babies. "I'm just thinking about what a journey," Matt said with tears in his eyes. "Our family. We love each other. There's been ups and downs, as you can imagine, but I think all in all, I think we've accomplished some good things." The interview with the Roloff patriarch comes just under a month after the TLC show's season 25 finale, which many have speculated could also serve as the series finale. While the original show followed Amy Roloff, 61, and Matt as a married couple with their 4 then-teenage children, all of the kids have now left the show. Amy and Matt also went through a contentious divorce back in 2016. Matt says he can neither confirm nor deny if the show will be coming back, calling it the million-dollar question and telling ET that he isn't even sure if executives at the network level know whether or not Little People, Big World will receive a season 26. The show's 25th season wrapped production late last summer, and the cast members have been on hiatus since, which he says have given them time to rest and recover from nearly 2 decades of being filmed non-stop. If this really is the end, it's something Matt says he's okay with. "I feel very secure in what we've put on air, so the idea of not doing any more TV at all sounds fine by me," Matt shared. 400 episodes or something, you kind of feel like you've done it all, so if there comes a circumstance where we feel like we need to share more, if the opportunity comes up, maybe. Despite what appears to be mixed feelings about the show overall, Matt says he finds it hard to look back and not feel immensely grateful for the opportunities that came from the series. "Amy got the chance to climb Mount St. Helen. We got a chance to take the family to Australia. Steph got to ride camels. You know, stuff we might not have done," Matt shared. Season 25 being the show's conclusion would not be surprising for true fans, as the family has experienced a roller coaster ride of heartbreak and happiness over the years. Most recently, Amy and Matt's son, Zach, and his wife, Tori Roloff, exited the show amid drama in the family. Zach's relationship with his father is tumultuous to this day, mostly stemming from issues pertaining to the sale of the family's farm. Since then, Zach and Tori, who are parents to children, Jackson, 6, Lila, 4, and Josiah, almost 2, have been estranged from Matt. In their final episode, Zach said of his relationship with his dad, "That ship's all sailed. There's not much of a relationship. It's just doing our own thing. Time might even it out, but everything will be healed. It'll just be different days." For his relationship with his ex-wife, who he called a dictator in one episode of season 25, Matt says things are now good between them. It helps that after their divorce was finalized in 2016, Amy began dating and later married Chris Merrick. For his own part, Matt is currently engaged to Karen Chandler. He says that he and Amy never imagined splitting up, but now that they have come out on the other side, they are much better for it. "I never imagined Amy and I getting divorced," he said. "People say, well, it's because of the show. And no, that happens. People's relationships, they evolve, and they change, and I'm super, super happy for Amy having Chris. They're a wonderful couple, and we enjoy them immensely and hang out with them. We're not besties every day, but we certainly hang out and get together. Overall, Matt says he is happy with how the show ended, should season 25 really be the last ride. He believes that for better or worse, his family has made an impact on the world and the community they represent. "I think Little People, Big World has really laid out a pretty incredible legacy in terms of society's perception of little people," he said, adding that, should they get another season, he has some ideas on the overall arc to take the show in. "I'm super content with where it's at right now and how we wrapped up, and if it goes on more, there's more story to tell, great," Matt shared. "But if there's no more story to tell, I mean, TV today is very, there's a lot of channels with a lot of content." Amy Roloff is opening up about how the famous Roloff Farms doesn't bring her the same joy as it once did. On Tuesday's episode of Little People, Big World, Roloff met up with her friends Lisa and Deb in Portland, Oregon to catch up over a drink. At the restaurant, The TLC star opens up about how the family farm where she used to live feels completely different now that her ex-husband Matt is building a new house there with his fiancée, Karen Chandler. Referring to Matt, Deb says to Amy, "I saw that he's building on the property." Amy responds, "Yeah, a huge house." Lisa then asks, "How does it change the dynamic on the farm? When you go there and see all of a sudden this big house there, does it feel weird to you?" After a pause, Amy says, "It's like a whole different lifetime. It feels empty. There's no life to it. This could have been the next generation," implying that the farm could have been a place where her kids' families would want to hang out. She and Matt share 4 children together, twins Zach and Jeremy, 33, a daughter named Molly, 30, and another son named Jacob, 27. The scene then cuts to a confessional-style clip of Amy saying, "When a family goes through a major event like Matt and I getting divorced, and then the farm not working out, yeah, you do feel like something has broken." She continues, "You have a choice. How long do you leave it broken, or is there a way to help heal it? That will take time." Amy has since remarried with her husband Chris Merrick, and the two have been house hunting for their retirement home. In the next episode of Little People, Big World, Matt Roloff and Corinne Chandler will be revealing some major news to the rest of the family. Little People, Big World Season 25 has featured a lot of dramatic moments in just the first few episodes alone. Zach Roloff had to deal with emergency shunt surgery. There's been some tension between various family members over planning a fundraising event, with Amy Roloff taking charge and being accused of acting like a dictator. Some happy moments will also occur this season, though according to a promo for the next episode of Little People, Big World Season 25, courtesy of TLC, Matt and Corinne announced their engagement. While the teaser doesn't include the entire family's reaction, it does show Matt and Corinne revealing the big news to Amy's husband, Chris Merrick. "I asked Corinne to marry me, and she said yes," Matt says at the start of the promo. Chris leans over the table across from the newly engaged couple to inspect the ring on Corinne's hand. Then Matt adds that he and Corinne will be doing things completely different for their wedding. "We're going to invite you guys," he jokes before bursting out laughing, which causes Chris to laugh as well. In a confessional, Corinne admits that she and Matt haven't come up with the guest list yet. "So she was worried when Matt told Chris and he and Amy will be invited. I was like, uh-oh," Corinne exclaims. Matt and Corinne's engagement is big and exciting news, but the Little People, Big World promo also teases something very disappointing. Zach is walking across the grass and yells out to his son Jackson, "You want to play a game?" The camera cuts to Jackson looking sad. Zach then explains that Jackson was playing soccer with other kids, and some of them pointed out that he's different. He notes that his son is hearing comments like that for the first time. The promo ends with Tori Roloff going over to Jackson to try to console him. "Are you okay?" It's heartbreaking to hear that Jackson is being teased for being different, as Zach described. In the comments section of the Instagram post for this promo, several social media users expressed the same feeling. Kimmy Real McCoy-Nash said, "I can't handle Jackson getting his feelings hurt." Hopefully, Tori and Zach will be able to encourage Jackson to keep playing the soccer game and prove to the other kids that he's just as worthy of being there as they are, and that he deserves to feel loved and valued, not just within his own family, but in society as a whole. Matt and Corinne got engaged back in April 2023. Amy has already moved on with Chris, so it's great to see Matt being able to do the same thing with Corinne. However, she hasn't always gotten the best reception since first appearing on Little People, Big World. Corinne has been accused of ruining Matt's life. It was revealed in a recent episode that Matt will be leaving the farm to Amy when he dies. During that scene, Karen noted that she doesn't want to inherit the property. Even if she did have a hand in that decision, It's probably for the best that Amy inherits it instead. The whole, Matt and Corinne got engaged back in April 2023.